What exactly are the Democrats supposed to do?
You keep repeating. They're supposed to fight back.
Yes.
They're supposed to know. They're
and
supposed
lie
to
as
do
well?
what.
Like what exactly?
No. Bill Clinton just completely abused and used Republicans in every government shutdown. I know. I was there. He was smart enough politically to do it. Barack Obama knew how to always get the best of Republicans. All right? We're not blaming Democrats for Republicans' lies. We're saying the Democrats at some point have to figure out how to answer those lies.
Every married man in America has seen that face before. Every married man in America has seen the arm crossing, the devious smile, that devilish look in your wife's eyes when you're saying something insanely stupid. Every married man in America knows exactly what the beautiful face of Mika Brzezinski was saying. And the beautiful Mika, she didn't even have to say a word. And John Scarborough, he damn sure knew what she was saying because he lived through it last night without saying a word. Mika Bazooka told America yesterday morning that John Scarborough was sleeping on the couch last night. There is trouble in paradise, and I'm not talking about the marriage of John and Mika. I don't like discussing or speculating on other people's marriages because it's none of my damn business. The trouble in paradise that I'm referring to, it is the ongoing ratings trouble at the dump known as MSNBC. Clearly, the adjustments made at halftime were not enough to salvage MSNBC's ratings in the third quarter of this year. Hell, going into the fourth quarter, the game is already over. 2025 has been a brutal year for MSNBC, and it's only getting worse. You know, earlier this afternoon, I received an email from a viewer. Judging by the tone of the email, I would assume that he's also a regular consumer of the toxic mouth farts unleashed on MSNBC. He seemed like a nice dude. We had a respectful back and forth. Believe it or not, there are a lot of people who don't agree with me who watch the channel every day, which is great. I don't have to agree with you to like you. I don't always agree with Stephen A. Smith, and I watch his show damn near every day on YouTube. This particular viewer, he doesn't like what he claimed was my misuse of the word woke. He insinuated that I was too hateful to deacons at Woke United Methodist, which is ironic because the channel is heavily based in satire. I also thought it was strange because the other side, his side, it features the Wicked Weave Joy Reid. Unlike our bundle of joy, I sweep with a broom. I don't have the ability to ride it. What about Keith Olbermann? KDP! It's also ironic because the party of tolerance, they seem to hate anyone who disagrees with them. But there was one part of the email that caught my attention. He said I needed to be more open. I needed to be more tolerant of other perspectives. I happen to agree, but here's the problem. Deacons at Woke United Methodist, they want us to tolerate their beliefs, but they don't want to tolerate ours. They want me to tolerate another dude banging on the stall when I'm trying to use the women's restroom. When I tell them the stall's occupied, when I tell them that I'm the only male allowed in the women's restroom, they want to label me as transphobic. Like I said, the emailer was incredibly polite and respectful, and I understood where he was coming from. In a perfect world, that's how it would be. Hell, that's how it used to be until the party of tolerance started silencing anyone who disagreed with them. When Jim Kimmel gets fired for being a huge embarrassing failure in the ratings, the evil orange man is trampling freedom of speech. But when Donald Trump was deplatformed on every social media site, when John Biden was pressuring YouTube to silence conservative voices, when Roseanne was fired from the #1 show on television over a racially charged tweet, according to the Deacons, that was not silencing free speech, it was consequences. One of the problems with the mainstream media, one of the many reasons that the mainstream media is struggling, they are out of touch with normal people. At minimum, they are out of touch with over half the country. This is not my opinion. It's abundantly clear in their ratings because once again, both CNN, MSNBC managed to set record lows in the third quarter. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the second channel in the description below. Earlier today on the second channel, talked about Monica McNutt having a meltdown on ESPN yesterday morning. Chris Russo was delivering passionate truth about Mo's coveted WNBA dump. As you guys know, WNBA analysts have strong emotional reactions anytime someone tells the truth about pretend basketball. And Mo McDougal's reaction yesterday was incredibly entertaining. Credit where credit is due. If Monica McNutt ever loses her job at ESPN, she definitely has a future as a mime. Hell, maybe Mo and Shedeur Sanders can become mimes together. Of course, she would call him Barry Sanders, but they would put on one hell of a show. The video is available now, so click the link in the description below. Subscribe to the second channel. Headline at Mediaite. Fox News leads all of TV so far this year, while CNN, MSNBC shed viewers en masse. I'm not entirely sure what Mediaite meant when they said MSNBC was shedding viewers en masse. Translated to English, I believe it means that MSNBC can't draw flies to a fresh turd. It's not surprising. Fox News continues to dominate. When you look at the media landscape, Fox News is the only network that's offering something different. But KC MSNBC offers something different. They are featuring bald women in prime time. Yeah, while that is initially appealing, balding beauties seem to be having trouble maintaining the audience. During the third quarter, which is the summer months from July through September, Fox News averaged 2.5 million viewers in prime time, 243,000 in the 25 to 54 demo. Ratings were down 9% compared to last year, which that's to be expected since last year was an election year. Seeing a 9% decline, that's not really cause for concern, but the smoke alarm was triggered by the flames that were coming from the flaming ass fire at CNN and MSNBC. Primetime viewership at MSNBC fell to 802,000 with an abysmal 66,000 in the key demo, down 46%. 2 years ago, which was the last non-election year, MSNBC was averaging 1.2 million viewers in prime time. The 66,000 in the key demo, that is their lowest number since 1998, when the #1 song in the country was "The Boy Is Mine." That was back when they were producing real music. Today, instead of beautiful women like Monica and Brandy fighting over a dude, we get some doofus named Bad Bunny fighting over a supersized carrot. Ratings were significantly worse at the Cemetery News Network. The good news for CNN, they once again dominated MSNBC in the key demo. The American hero Scott Jennings, "I am a real American." The American hero continues to attract younger viewers as he humiliates Democrats every night in prime time. Scott Jennings averaged 111,000 viewers in the key demo, which should make him #1 at CNN, and he outdrew everyone at MSNBC besides Rachel Maddow. Overall, CNN averaged 538,000 viewers in prime time, 87,000 in the key demo, down 42% compared to last year. As a network, this was CNN's lowest ratings in the key demo ever. But KC, everyone in cable news is struggling. This doesn't mean that CNN and MSNBC are knocking on heaven's door. Oh, yeah? NewsNation, home of Chris Cuomo. Hey, it's me, Chrissy C. Ratings at NewsNation increased 23%, averaging 118,000 viewers. Of course, you could make the argument that NewsNation went from nothing to almost nothing, or in this case, they went from having no flies around the turd to a mosquito dropping a few eggs for potential ratings growth in the future. But I don't think it's an accident that NewsNation is seeing steady growth, because like Fox News, NewsNation is offering something different. Last month, Chris Cuomo averaged 216,000 viewers in prime time. Me personally, I thought his coverage of Charlie Kirk was excellent. I knew what I was going to get from Fox News. I knew Fox would offer the outraged conservative perspective, but Chris Cuomo, he offered a rational liberal perspective. Did I agree with everything he said? Absolutely not. But was it refreshing to hear another point of view? Was it refreshing to hear someone who doesn't think like me, who was covering Charlie Kirk differently while also being respectful? Yeah. Like I said, I don't have to agree with you to watch you. There are times when I'm watching Chris Cuomo and I disagree with damn near everything he's saying. There are other times when Chris Cuomo makes me understand a different side of things. When he was working at CNN, I couldn't trust him, and I don't fully trust him now, but at least at NewsNation, I know Chris Cuomo isn't being paid to intentionally lie. At least I know Chris Cuomo believes what he is saying, which is something I question from CNN and MSNBC. Clearly, I'm not the only one. If you look at MSNBC's ratings, they are following CNN's trajectory. Same thing happened at CNN. 5 years ago, CNN was the #1 network in primetime cable news. Then they dropped to 1 million viewers. Then it was 800,000. Now they are barely eclipsing 500,000. How long before MSNBC is joining CNN looking for lifeboats as they jump off the rapidly sinking Titanic? Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.